Yo, people, welcome back to the Quik Fix. That is, it's your boy Nara here with Ari.
No jobby.
Yeah, no jobs. Yeah, I miss you, jobs. Yeah. Yes. For the people who aren't familiar with Quik Fix, please do tell them what it's all about. But before you do that, tell them who it's brought to them by.
Quik Fix is brought to you by Prison Marketing Consultants, the public relations and media platform catering to the Caribbean diaspora, and Stella Printry Limited, providing stellar service for all your printing needs. They do white format and digital printing, as well as offset printing, flexographic, textbook, magazine, brochure, flyers, customized stationery, whatever you want printed, they can print on it. All right, so check out their website at stellajm.com and follow them on Instagram at stellajm limited, and you spell out the limited, so you should be seeing everything that you need to on the screen, somewhere on the screen. Yeah. All right, so Quik Fix is a roundup of the news that we missed throughout the week, so let's just go right into it. So breaking news now, corruption at GP ? So according to a Vybz Kartel music page, Vybz Kartel music _, the page is alleging that Vybz Kartel's life is in danger. So in a lengthy Instagram post, they shared unconfirmed details, which read in part, Vybz Kartel life in danger. Since Tuesday, the superintendent at Tower Street Adult Correctional Center, Superintendent Campbell, has given strict orders to have Adidja Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel, under 23 hours lockdown in a poorly ventilated cell despite his failing health at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center as a form of apparent draconian style punishment. Reported that a cell phone was found on the block in the facility, which houses over 1,700 inmates. Kartel has been put on 23 hours lockdown because the instrument, a cell phone, was allegedly found on the block. So, but strangely enough, this is what the page is saying. In addition to the hundreds of cell phones found daily at the institution and thousands at lockup across the island, based on sources at the prison, the superintendent seems to have ill will towards or against Kartel. The superintendent no like Kartel cause him bad mind the DJ. Him always a talk bad about the man, and teacher don't even see him. One thing, Kartel no look pan people, so that make enough man not like him. They must say him too hype, one source said. So yeah, so the DJ have thyroid since the lockdown. He hasn't been breathing properly because he's forced to be locked down in a cell without proper ventilation all day in the summer heat with the dust and salt breeze from the nearby sea. Another source said in the prison, Super carry feelings to Kartel because enough notorious man in the yard get catch with phone every day and it's not a problem. So you find phone and Kartel section and treating the man like that. Kartel's lawyer is currently filing a claim before the court in the matter, and also his doctors are looking into how to remove the entertainer from that section completely. So have you seen the lengthy Instagram post, Naro, and what do you make of it?
I've seen it, and it's important that we acknowledge that these are unconfirmed reports. So that's how I am treating this going forward. If it's that these reports are to be true, it's sad to hear that one of the most talented dancehall artists who has ever graced the genre is going through this right now. I mean, from the very moment he was arrested and then sentenced, it's been a sad way to bookend the story. It's him ill and and them thing, because this isn't even the first time we've heard of these type of things. Ward and mistreatment of him. So it's not nice to hear.
True.
I can only hope that if it's that he's still dealing with these illnesses, which other reports have confirmed, that he is being getting treatment and that he's not being mistreated just because of
his
Vybz
Kartel.
People now misuse them powers and them thing.
Yeah. You're right. As we said, that this is unconfirmed report, so we're not sure. They're unnamed sources, really. So I don't know. It's difficult to really kind of say with any absolute like this is the case. So I just hope that people just kind of take it with a grain of salt. Like it'd be strange for the superintendent to be specifically carrying feelings for one man in the prison. Like, it would be very strange. But feelings are involved in anything.
From
They're
humans are
humans.
involved.
Yeah. So, for whatever reason, maybe they don't really take tea. So I don't know. It's as I said, like, we're just taking this as unconfirmed reports, and hopefully we hear the true story, if any, come out, and then we can take it from there. Wishing Vybz Kartel like really good health. It's difficult. Like if this is true, like it's summer days. Can you imagine the hell? Like prison is trash. Can you imagine being like in hot trash?
Solitary confinement.
It's really bad. So hopefully this isn't true, but if it is true, like the correctional office take steps to really correct this, maybe. It's a human rights violation to put people in solitary confinement. Apparently, like it's a form of torture, and they try to cut it out. I don't know. But
It's supposed to be rehabilitation, not torture. But we all know that prison is a form of torture.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be torture. It should be punishment.
Yeah.
Prison is punishment, And I don't know why they put correctional. Because no behavior. I've never heard of behavior being corrected. I think the thing is you probably got in there with the intention of being punished, that the behavior is corrected if you do come out. But I'm like, that though, it does sound like no correction or rehabilitation.
There have been countless stories of people
because of prison.
Yeah, I've been behind bars, and they get to learn a skill, and they get to grow. There's countless stories.
Wow.
That people are put out there, and you can look for yourself.
That's true. Well, I wouldn't say true, but I guess there are a few stories. But I guess because of the person in an office, the individual. Because I've also heard of a lot of stories of recidivism where they go back into jail.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah. All right. I know that was a whole nother time.
Yeah. I was going on a podcast.
Yeah. All right. So Teejay blocked an artist, a dancehall artist. So dancehall artist Teejay says some of his compatriots have tried to charge him up to $5,000 to collaborate with him on his long-awaited debut album. Teejay spilled the bean on the International Talk podcast, stating some Jamaican entertainers were only willing to hop on a verse for a pretty penny. So we have a clip of that. Here's the clip.
In a dancehall right now, like me, Teejay link dancehall artists. Say, yo, me I do an album, but I need you on this verse. And them tell me 5,000 US. I swear to God. 5,000 US. I was like, wait, when just said? Wait, when really just said? I start feel like Vybz Kartel now. I start telling him, say, hey boy, only Africa and Japan.
You went like this, you went to Instagram, you said, unfollow.
I swear, block everything.
Ironically, Teejay said that Shaggy, one of the most successful Jamaican artists of all time, has collaborated with him for free on their single Girl Dem Time. So I first heard of the story. When I first saw the story, I was like, I gotta know who is the artist before I'm like, that sucks, or I can understand. I really have to know, because I think we were having this discussion that dancehall isn't as collaborative anymore, and that's the reason why, because they're like, it's all about money, and it's like being driven by money. But if it's a young artist, I'll be like, that's strange. Like, why are you charging? If it's a younger artist, or an artist who come in the game after Teejay, I'm like, well, I necessarily wouldn't think it's right to charge him. But if it's like someone on his stature, like, equally, like around the same time coming it, because international artists charge for verses. Like Nicki brag about it I just got $250,000 for a verse, you know. So it's like I get. So that it's part and parcel for the music industry overall, like for people to collaborate. Sometimes it's driven by money, but then them realize that, well, oh, like them have good chemistry, we can do it again, things like that. So for free. But yeah, and for Shaggy to collaborate with him, like Shaggy is huge and big and well established. So I don't think Shaggy is being driven by money anymore. He's just being driven by, if I like you and if I want to work with you, which I mean, it's a beautiful place to be in, that he doesn't have to do anything. He gets to do something, or he wants to do something with you. So yeah, he said that Teejay said that he had to block the artist, like him, just block him immediately and delete him, but unfollow him and block him on social media, which is funny. That's so petty to do. But I mean, I just want to know who is the artist, because then I'm like, if it's somebody on his stature, maybe I can understand it, maybe. But if it's somebody younger than him, then no, I don't really get it, because it would work for both parties either way. So, you know, but I just hope that dancehall artists can get to a stage of not big leaguing anybody and just seek to work like more, just be a little bit more collaborative, you know, and like just work together, like, and have been a party lines or no side, or, you know, it's just like for the love of the music. And if the beat good, or if the song concept is good, let's work together. Yeah,
I think one person who we can rule out is Popcorn. Yeah, the Popcorn.
You see, this is why people don't like you. Why you gotta bring that up? Why you gotta bring that up? Why you gotta bring that up?
But all I go on, I think we can deduce the stature of the person in question based on context clues. It would seem like it's somebody who is younger and somebody who he feels like him have more seniority than. You know what I mean? So when you're gonna say, you know, it depends on who, I look at it, say, yo, if Shaggy has said me not, I understand, of course, the place in which Shaggy is at in his career right now.
It's a beautiful place to be.
It is a nice place, but I'm looking at it from the perspective from Teejay. I say, yo, Shaggy a big artist.
Yeah.
You are no big artist.
True.
So that should tell you what you think of
the artist
in regards to his stature in relation to him, Teejay. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking somebody younger. I think it's somebody who might feel like he might have some seniority and some veteran years on over. And he might say, brother, you should not charge me if him not charge me. You know what I mean? Him.
Mamina
Mr.
said that.
Diamond said, and I know, I know that the artists that do charge, and you know it's part and parcel.
No, but me I say bigger artists, smaller artists, whatever, I just charge.
But true. But still, you know, in the spirit of collaboration, if you will, that we speak about, that we think needs to be more present in the minds of these artists. Yeah, like if you know, say that collaboration may lead to you getting paid even more than $5,000. That's where long-term, you know, thinking comes into place. Yeah. Maybe this collaboration with a Teejay will open up other opportunities, and maybe it become a fucking big hit song as well.
And you make more than $5,000.
Ever since we talk about the summer song them last week, the song Drifters,
right?
Reason like people keep on sending it, and I keep on seeing the posts. Like,
no, but people have said this between Drift and Taliban. Drift and Taliban.
Them also mentioned Marley V6 as well. As I was saying, the summer is young. As now, I'm starting to see these songs bubble up.
Wait, Craft did in the mix too, you know?
Yeah, Craft.
Song name? Adi? A Tool. Yeah.
How about look at that?
Yeah.
So as I was saying, they are rock.
Yeah.
So as I was saying,
the summer songs are coming.
Yes, they're my forward. So
see, guys, we're helping.
There we go. Yeah. Drift our vibe. Big up Teejay for that song. Just the whole vibe and dance element. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? So
don't look for lyrics, look for groove.
So yeah, I can see why, based on context clues, him a pre this artist.
Well, in my pre. Oh, what you mean? In my pre. What you say?
The artist because him blacking.
Of course, him for pre.
Yeah.
Like if especially. Well, I don't think him for pre so deep. But like, yeah, but I feel away. But then I say I can't swear because it can be anybody. Like enough something, you know, like artists stature big or whatever, like really big league people, you know, and it could be, and I suppose it's like a bigger artist who I say, well, just give me a $5,000 and me company. So, you don't know.
I don't think that he thinks.
You don't think he's a younger art.
I think it is a younger.
You think he's on? Well, me not sure for nobody. Come in not sure.
Yeah.
Like everybody at charge everybody. So I'm not sure. But as I say, it's part and
Everybody
parcel.
isn't charging everybody.
No,
That's
you're
why I
right.
feel away.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just remember that. Yeah.
You're right. But yeah, like him can't pre everybody. And like me I say, Shaggy in a different state in his career. And as I say, it's a beautiful place to be in when you get to do something for the love of it. And Shaggy has most power. So Shaggy is just like, I ain't doing shit if I don't want to do shit. That's where I want to be from. That's where I want to be. So yeah, like, and focus on that, Teejay. I would say that. Just focus on the people who are willing to work with you. So yeah. Even though I don't think he was trying to say anything malicious with this one. Yeah. Respond now.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay, final story. Squash arrested in Florida. So according to reports, popular dancehall artist Andre Whitaker, better known as Squash, has been arrested in Florida due to his immigration status. He's currently being held at the Chrome Detention Center in Miami. It appears that Squash was detained for overstaying his work visa. The issue of illegal immigration has become an increasingly contentious topic, leading Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to sign into law a comprehensive set of immigration reforms earlier this month in Jacksonville, Florida. DeSantis has stated that the law, SB 1718, is intended to address the smuggling of immigrants that prevents municipalities from issuing identification cards to undocumented individuals and ensure that employers are hiring American citizens or those legally residing in the country. Among the provisions of the new law, is a requirement that hospitals accepting Medicaid must inquire about a patient's citizenship and immigration status. Hospitals are then required to provide reports detailing the responses to the state. So I think Florida is becoming a little fascist state. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, and I was going to say that if you really did pre certain things, you could have be able to see the tea leaves.
So
with the whole situation with J-Man and of
yeah.
course this whole thing with Ron DeSantis, you could see the tea leaves beginning to take form. Before I say anything further, I saw some people commenting on Instagram and on social media in general about media houses and how they're speaking about this. I see them even bring up Sir P as well, and how, you know, Sir P done have taking pot shots already because Sir P has had Squash as a topic of conversation on his channel several times before. So that's a given. But I see some people talking about the media and how they're choosing to highlight this and them highlight the songs them and them thing there.
okay.
And like in particular Sir P.
Sir P isn't a music.
Sir P isn't a music vlogger. Like you don't go to Sir P to hear my opinion on a song. So, and as I've stated before, like he has been a topic of conversation on Sir P's channel in regards to
Criminality.
criminal activities that he may or may not be involved in. Right? So
Allegedly.
don't go there expecting that. Otherwise, the media houses them just report the news. Some of these people, it's like them look towards news outlets and vloggers as some sort of support system for these artists. I know, so it go. Right?
You do that for a 6 vlogger. If there's a 6
If
vlogger,
there's a
like,
6 vlogger, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when the artists that do songs and them thing that we acknowledge it. But like when these situations come about now,
It's hard to ignore.
It's hard to ignore. We'll talk about it. You know what I
True.
mean? So yeah, just putting that straight. Well, yeah, very unfortunate news, and it doesn't do well in the grand scheme of things in trying to disassociate dancehall from, criminal elements. Not to say that this is going to paint a broad picture, but it doesn't do well in, disassociating the genre and people thinking that criminality and it are interconnected. So this is very unfortunate news to hear.
Yeah.
Both for dancehall and of course for Squash himself. You know what I mean? But let us see what further happens on this.
Right. Yeah, you're right. With the J-Man, the shooting that happened, I think it was late last year. I was like, okay, like they're definitely gonna be hard on them, especially if I didn't even know that he was in the country illegally, to be honest. I thought that he had Squash. I thought he had a allegedly. Well, right, allegedly. So I didn't even know that this would have been a contention for him. I thought he was in there because most artists I know, like most Jamaican artists, from the looks of it, live in Florida. So I just assumed that he was there legally. Allegedly, if he's not there legally. I don't even know what I'm saying, but allegedly. But it's a sad situation. And we don't know what's going to happen. The police are still doing their work because a crime took place and I think someone died. So I know investigation has to happen, and I don't know if they're gonna because what's going to be a result of it, because if he's found guilty, would he be deported or would he stay there? So there are just so many things that's happening. So it's just like to kind of wait and see now what's gonna take place. It's just unfortunate. And Ron DeSantis, he's been doing a whole bunch of things. I don't know if you're aware of what really, like, he's very hard like on undocumented illegal immigrants in the country. Like truckers are having like to protest. They're not going to drive through Florida because so many people who are undocumented work in these service industry. Like they're the truck drivers, they work on the farm work. These people, like they help build America. And especially if you're found in even the vicinity of a undocumented immigrant, like if you house them, if they work for you, so many things, like it's just so, like the consequences, it's grave and serious, not just for the undocumented person, but also the person who help or house or give sustenance to these I hate to say illegal immigrants, but undocumented people living in America. So it's scary times. I'm just hoping that Americans too, are Floridians, Jamaican Floridians, them be aware. Yeah. And there's just so much things happening. I'm seeing NAACP issue a warning for Black people to live there. So it's a whole bunch of stuff.
Times over there.
Yeah. So just everybody keep your head on a swivel. Be safe. If you're not there legally, try and start it out.
Make sure your papers
start it out and just do right and be right. Like it's scary times. Anyways, and wishing everybody the best in this situation. Squash and everybody involved. Okay. All right, so that does it for Quik Fix. People them did cuss me last week. You think them watch this week?
Some probably tuned out and say I'm gonna watch. I've seen those comments.
We're gonna talk about it on the podcast. Yeah. Anyways, that does it for Quik Fix. Like, share, leave a comment down below.
Right,
and see you next week.